If you're someone who's thinking about moving their Claude or Codex setup to a VPS, then this video is for you. My name's Connor, and I have been running my Claude systems, OpenClaw, Hermes, and all my types of LLM agents on various distributed systems all around on VPSs. One of them is actually over there across the room. And I want to break down all of the gotchas I've ran into so you don't make the same mistakes that I have. Now, a lot of you are probably looking to push your coding agents into the cloud because it allows you to access your agents from anywhere. Now, the first thing you want to do to make your life easier is turn on a remote control, because a lot of you are going to try to use Tmux or Hermes, and you're going to get lost inside of the terminal. It just doesn't work that well. So turn that on, make sure it works. And then once you have the remote control on, this will enable you to use your Claude app or any type of app when you open up the terminal to start your coding session. The next thing is you're trying to offload work onto a VPS when, if you already have a computer and a VPS, you now have two places to do work as opposed to one. So what I typically do is I will orchestrate or run an orchestrator agent on my local computer, and then I'll have it push and activate a Claude on my VPS or a Codex on my VPS, and then orchestrate it from my local computer to my remote computer VPS with the other Claude instance or whatever instance on it to code while I'm out and about. The next big thing that I've done is connect all of my sessions together. So I have a script that pushes my Claude Code sessions from one computer to the other computer. So that way, if I start coding on my local computer and then I go activate any of my VPS's coding sessions, they know exactly what was going on at any given point in the sessions. And that was the biggest trick, and the biggest life hack was your sessions can travel with you. So when you bring all of your coding to your VPS, if you're not bringing your session files, you're going to have to start over from scratch. And that's really, really annoying. No one wants to do that. So what I did, and what you can ask your Claude to do, is, just ask it, hey, can you go through my session files, find them, sync them to GitHub so I can pull them at any given moment. So that way, on your VPS, you can put on a cron sync that'll sync your VPS sessions or whatever sessions. Your Claude now knows what's going on at any given point. What else have I done? Setting up Tailscale and then backups across the board. So I have on my 5 different agents. So let me break it down for you, because most of you are just putting an agent on a VPS. I have 3 VPSs with different agents. I have 1 VPS that's here. That's my local one that's running my local LLM, and I'm using Quen 3.6 or something, I think, along with a bunch of fallbacks. And then I have my laptop and my desktop computer. Right now, I'm coding on a bunch of them. Hands-free, baby. I went into the remote, I went into the dispatch, I went into whatever, and I said, go start coding this. And the reason why I bring up the computer, your local computer, is with remote control or dispatch or any of these other systems. Again, you can walk away from your computer and still be coding. This idea that you need a VPS to code remotely is ridiculous. The reason why you want a VPS to code is because you want to use your computer to do stuff. If you don't want to use your computer to code all day, then just run that as a box, as a VPS box. Everything you do on a VPS, you can do on your home computer. It's just up in the cloud, so you don't have to manage it. They're the only incentives that I have found to using a VPS over my local computers is that it's on all the time. I don't have to worry about it going down. I can turn it off and on remotely, and I don't have to be on premises at all while my home computers, if I'm gone and they turn off or something happens, I don't really have a way to turn them back on. So that's where I think VPSs win a lot. I still find myself coding a lot from my computer because I like screens, guys. I know it's crazy that I like to see the code as it's written or see the chats, but I'm an old school boomer, I guess. I don't know. So, anyways, that's how I'm building. So, to sum it all up, or for later on, this is what you want to do. If you are thinking about getting a VPS to do your coding from, like all these guys are doing, this is what you want to do. Sync all your Claude sessions, Codex sessions to GitHub, sync them to your VPS. 2, set up remote control or dispatch on your home computer, so that way you can just use those to SSH into your machine from your local computer, from your phone. Set up remote control and those types of setups, again, on your VPS. Set up backups, lots of backups for your VPS. Make sure that you set up Tailscale, and make sure you set up like an always on type of agent as well, and start messing around with what you can do, because you only get better by learning, by practicing, by doing. Reading is not enough in the agentic world. Anyways, if you like these, I'll follow and like for more.